It's time for the moment you've been waiting for. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Tsh, da, 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 da. Di, da, di, di, da, di, di, da, 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 da. Di, da, di, li, da, di, li, di, da. Di, da, di, li, di, da, di, li, 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 da, di, da, di, di, da, di, di, da. Preparing
Open Policy 2024 Draft Lottery.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is David Searcher, and I am your host of the well-awaited 2024 Open Policy Draft Lottery. I'm so honored to be in this position as your host, and I'm so just excited to get into the season. It's been so long. I have so many announcements for you guys. And first, we'll start off with something you may have noticed in the background here, our new logo. You may be wondering, who is in this silhouette? Well, first of all, that's a great question. Second of all, is our one and only Ben Sampson and Tyler Spielberg. This logo, it pays a nod to the great championship that was the 2022 Open Policy season, where the Czech Republic CC Bikers played against the Manuela Drive Whiteskins in a fierce competition, where the Manuela Drive Whiteskins finally brought one home to the fans and brought a championship to 2233. Another thing you can see is that we have a sponsor, the Open Policy Sportsbook. We'll get a little bit more to that later in the video. And first, of course, we need to know the rules. Rule number 1, I will be spinning a wheel. This is how the draft lottery is, it's how it always will be, it's how it's always been. Second of all, the odds from the wheel will be dependent on your last season's standings. But don't get this twisted. If I catch you sandbagging and purposely throwing games because you might want to get the first chance at the first pick, well, you'll be kicked out of the league. There is a line of thousands and thousands of people that want to get into this very prestigious Open Policy League. And it's going to only get more prestigious from now on out, so don't try it, please. The worst records obviously are going to get the biggest slice. They will need the biggest boost, to their team's odds, so they get to choose their first pick to pick. That's also another rule that has always been, will always be, of course. So let's just say you get picked first, but you actually want the 6th pick the most. I'm not going to say that you shouldn't get the 6th pick. It's your choice. So if you do get picked first, after this video gets published, your choice at getting that pick will start at midnight. You'll have a 24-hour clock that lasts the entire day, but if you don't want to use that entire 24 hours, you can just make your pick, and then the clock for the next person to pick their pick will begin. I don't think there's anything else that I need to get into. The wheel will be spun once every single time until every single team is chosen, so it will be a very fun, exciting lottery as it has been in the past. Alright, so here are the odds. I'll probably put this on a bigger screen so you can actually see it, of course. So the Czech Republic CC Bikers, they won the championship last year. So they'll be at 3.5% odds, while the AP Sticks will be at the biggest odds, 13.1%, because they had the worst year last year, which in my opinion is actually pretty surprising. I don't think we'll be seeing that again. Alright, now, before we begin, you guys will not believe this special guest I was able to bring on the show. We agreed to this date, and I could not be more excited. Drum roll, please! Stephen A. Smith is on the line. I just gotta grab my phone. Hello, Stephen A. Smith. How are you?
I'm doing great, Davis. Thank you for having me on.
Yeah, of course. It's a no-brainer if I can get you on the show. I mean, you're Stephen A. Smith. I just want to get straight into this. Out of everyone in the Open Policy Fantasy Football League, who do you think has the best shot of winning?
Sam Donahue will win the Open Policy Championship.
Sam Donahue? Oh, yeah, he's a very good...
Archer, you will finish last because you are a no-good Mickey Mouse bona fide scrub.
Sadly, it seems like we just lost connection to Mr. A. Smith. I couldn't get a hold of him after that. He kept on cutting off. I was really wishing to get his input. It was really interesting to see that Sam Donahue, though, was his pick to win. I didn't really hear anything else after that, though. That's when we kind of started cutting off. I really wish we could have gotten a little bit more of his insight. It would have been pretty cool. But, luckily, let's get back to our sponsor, the Open Policy Sportsbook. As you can see, we have some pretty surprising odds here. Well, first, not surprising. Number 1 in the odds is the Czech Republic GC Bikers at 575. Next up is going to be the AP Sticks, and as you can see, it's going to keep on going down all the way to why did I do this to my Slef. Vegas seems to agree with what Stephen A said. They like the AP Sticks at plus 650. I'm not sure if that's the greatest value. You could find a little bit better value, maybe with the Mud Monkeys at plus 1,000. They're usually always in contention. I'm surprised they were that deep in there. You'll probably expect them to pick Patrick Mahomes in the second round, and quite honestly, it's going to work for them because Patrick Mahomes is just a fundamental solid guy. All right, let's go. I'm going to finally start the wheel. I'm going to try doing this completely uninterrupted. So you guys can see there's going to be no cuts. Obviously, I would have cut out of me stuttering right there. So you'll see that this is legit. We are going to be getting audited by Deloitte, so no reason to, have speculation. If I get drafted first, that was pure luck. I will not have any interference with this. We'll be having thorough third-party investigations if there's any claims that arise about the process of this draft. All right, let us begin. I'm so excited. This hasn't happened in so long. All right, the wheel is freezing. Okay. And no surprise, AP Sticks has the first chance at that pick. That plus 650 odds, that actually might be pretty right from the Open Policy Sportsbook. And I do have to preface, it is league rules. Article 8, Chapter 6 actually states that you can't bet within your own league. And also, according to Minnesota state law, you can't make a sports book or bet on sports. So our sponsor will only be available to people in the states of Alaska, Tennessee, Nevada, and Texas. So if anyone was to make bets in those states, they're free. But if you're in the league, you can't do it. And if you're in the state of Minnesota, New York, or mostly anywhere else in the continental US, you are not allowed to bet on the Open Policy Sportsbook. I just wanted to get that out there. But yeah, AP Sticks. Congratulations, Sam. I think they're a pretty good contender, even though he finished dead last. It's going to be scary. If you've ever seen him in Don's Fantasy League, that is a $50 buy, and he is dangerous. Alright, that's enough yapping from me. I will get into the next pick. Do seem to be having some technical problems. I did hit the button, and it's just kind of... There we go. Okay. Takes a couple of tries. Coming in two, it's going to be Davis Blows Up Fantasy. He's a big Ken Walker Breece Hall fan 2 years ago. This year, we don't really know. He's going to be a bit of a wild card. The only thing that is guaranteed is that he is going to beat me. In the entire history of this league, I have not beaten him once. It is what it is. Alright, next up. Ooh, let's ride. I thought it was going to be, why did I do this myself? Let's ride, no surprise. By week 8, he probably won't be paying attention to his lineups. Okay. Is it going to be? It's going to be Chris Dayne Mingle. This guy is actually a practicing Christian, and it has been a year, and he still doesn't know how to spell it. This is an ode to the 49ers running back, Christian McCaffrey, who absolutely carried his team last year. it is unfortunate that he did not see any success actually in his season, as he did not win the championship. Next pick, this draft is always exciting. I'm super interested to see who it's going to be, and it's going to be Dayne McKeever, who was able to bail himself out of the punishment 2 years ago. The statute of limitations on that expired, so now we will just never be doing any punishments for this league, and that's honestly okay. I would rather not bear the consequences of something like that, although it would have probably been fun to see Dayne get like mustard splattered on himself, but anyway, I'll get back into it. The next pick. And it's going to be for Tank Bigsby. He drafted Tank Bigsby last year, Mr. McKeever, and he has the name to be a good running back. If your name is Tank, surely you're going to be good, but unfortunately, he sucked. He was just terrible. He was awful. Tank Bigsby was horrible, so he had to cut him. So now he changed his name to For Tank Bigsby because you can't name your guy after a team that you cut. He did it in honor of him. Alright. Next pick. It's going to be me. My team name at the end of the year was It's Actually Over. So this lottery is going off of names from last year, and I didn't bother to change it to anything last year. And to be honest, I was kind of a pessimist. I think we've only just begun. Next up. And, ooh, this is going to be interesting because they're all blue. The Blues haven't been having good luck. Alright, Sam Laporta the GOAT. I'm interested to see if he's going to draft Sam Laporta again this year. He's going to be a great tight end. He might go off the board pretty early. So Sam Laporta is going to have to be active in that draft portal. Next up. As always, there's just going to be so much going on this season. There's going to be sleepers. There's going to be guys that you have no idea are people, and then they're just going to go crazy. The Mud Monkeys, again, as I said before, I think they always have a good chance of being in contention. Drafting Patrick Mahomes in the second round, that's inevitable. That will happen. Mr. Benson, I think, has a chance of making the championship if we're being real, but he's probably just going to go on auto draft and get insane luck. So hopefully he'll have honestly a bad year. I'd prefer I win the league, but there's some things that are out of my control. Okay, last year's champs, the Czech Republic CC Bikers. They won't be last in the rows of people to be drafting. Czech Republic has a great legacy of success in this league, and I'm really excited to see how he does this year. 2 years ago, we actually drafted Cam Akers over Nick Chubb, which Cam Akers just sucks. He's horrible. And Nick Chubb 2 years ago was a dog, and he's still contended in the league. So that's a testament to how good of a franchise that Czech Republic really is. Again, there's a reason why he's a favorite. Next up, alright, it's going to either be Prestige Worldwide or the Manual of Drive Whiteskins. Sam Klov or Ben Sampson. And it is going to be Prestige Worldwide. Congratulations, Mr. Klov, at getting the 11th pick to pick a pick. I'll be honest, as long as you just don't go right in front or right behind me, I will be fine, because you always like to steal my guys. So don't do that. And then lastly, the one and only Manual of Drive Whiteskins. Ben Sampson, this is such a storied franchise, such an underdog run 2 years ago to have that championship. Last year, though, he did have some hiccups. He literally missed the playoffs, or maybe not missed the playoffs. He lost a round or missed a chance to get a bye because he forgot to set his lineup. This is a pretty big league. It's a $20 buy-in. Having that big of a blunder can cost you, you know, like $180 if you could have gone first place. So we'll see how he manages his lineups this year. But I think he's going to bounce back. He's definitely going to pick Keenan Allen. I'll just throw that out there. He'll reach for Keenan Allen. So, as we have concluded, I'd like to thank you guys so much for tuning in. And muchas gracias por su atención. Gracias por escuchar. See ya.